All right, guys, I'm gonna bring back Hardwork Bad Decision podcast. Not really, just little small clips. However, I still want to bring it back. So let's go. Hardwork Bad Decisions, the good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. So what is everybody talking about? UFC betting, fight fixing, Isaac Dulgarian, all that stuff. Man, I want to preface this with saying that first and foremost, when it comes to Isaac, I know him. I've seen him. I've had conversations with him. I train at Factory X quite a bit, especially later on in my career. But I've known Mark Montoya, the coach there, since 2013. CS, in my opinion, gonna be a little bit biased, but I'm gonna try to speak as much truth as possible. First and foremost, let's just talk about Isaac. I don't know. People have asked me my thought process. I don't know. I can see both sides. I could see Isaac doing it, and I could see Isaac not doing it. The reason why I can see Isaac doing it is because these guys really don't make a lot of money. And sometimes you get really, really desperate. And when you get desperate, you do dumb shit. And obviously how the odds switch and all the evidence that's mounting, and it's like, it does make me feel like, is it a possibility? Of course. The other part of it, it makes me feel like he didn't do it, is because yes, I know he was a student of James Krause, and he saw what happened to James Krause. He saw how James Krause and some of his other training partners get caught up. So you got to think to yourself, like, am I going to get away with this? Like, what are the chances of me getting caught? Which is really, really high. Also, you'll have to think about, like, how do you even make this happen? How do you get people to bet on you? Like, does someone come to you on the side or on your DMs and randomly say, "Hey man, I want to bet $200,000 on you," and you can be like, "Okay, let's go for it. I'm gonna throw this fight." And you don't know this guy. He could have been FBI or police or whatever the case may be. Like, how did this happen? And it makes me feel like it's so far fetched that, like, I can't believe it. I can't speak to Isaac's character because I haven't had a lot of conversation with him, but I know he's a stud in the gym. Man, he freaking beats everybody down. Like he gives my son, freaking hard ass rounds. So I know he's a stud. So watching that fight, I was a little bit perplexed and like, why was he making these mistakes? Why was he rushing the takedown? But I just thought that maybe he felt like he could just blow through this guy. So he was just rushing, and then he got caught in a bad decision. And because in the gym he is so good, he don't get put into these positions. He made those fundamental mistakes because he don't have chances to practice it because he's always on top. This is what Isaac had done to him is what Isaac do to everybody else, and he never felt that. So I thought that's why he lost, and that's why he was making those mistakes. He just haven't been put in that position enough. So that's just my thought about that. I don't know. I understand the evidence. I do understand, like, why would he do it? Now, the other part I do want to talk to a little bit more that I feel like I have a better grasp on is, like, people coming at Mark Montoya. I just don't believe Mark Montoya had anything to do with it. Like I believe that with all my heart. Because for a couple different reasons. One, why would Isaac, let's say he did do it, go and tell his coach and teammates and other people at Factory X, yo, you letting the cat out of the bag. And when you do that, a couple things are gonna happen. One, you're gonna have to start paying people to shut up. And everybody gonna want to cut. If not, they're gonna rat you out because they got too much to lose. I'm walking you out, I'm cornering you, I'm helping you train, so I'm tied to you. You get caught, I get caught. Like, so now Isaac's gonna have to start paying out a lot of people. And two, people just gonna say, nah, I'm not with it. So he wouldn't even chance that. He would not tell anyone. This ain't a team thing. I get it. I get the whole James Krause was also a student of Mark Montoya, which was the coach of Isaac. I get how everything is, if people trying to connect the dots, but that's not how, I don't believe it. That's not how it works. I'm pretty sure Mark Montoya went out there, coached him the best way he can. His teammates, Yusuf and the rest of them, coached them, trained them the best way they can. And they just felt like he just had a bad performance. And I'm hoping that's the situation. Okay, but let's talk about betting. Let's talk about, like, the real problem. Okay, this highlight is such a big problem. Okay, a lot of these guys, it seems like people popping out of the air, like, I've been offered a certain amount of money to throw a fight. First of all, you're stupid for even admitting that. and you're probably going to be investigated. That's extremely stupid. But does it happen? I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Maybe I'm not too deep in the world. I know I've been doing MMA since 2009. I've been to multiple gyms. I've just never seen it. I've never seen it, never heard of it, never came across it. So I don't see it as big as a deal as people try to make it out to be. Can it be happening? I'm pretty sure. I think in any sport, every sport. We just saw the NBA. Pretty sure in the NFL and baseball. I'm pretty sure every sport have a little bit of it, but like it's not as rampant as people are trying to like make this out to be. I've just never seen it. Now the question is, what would I do if I was making 10 and 10 and someone's gonna offer me $80,000, $100,000 to throw a fight? Would I? I gotta see where my life is at. I hate to say it, man. Like you going out there. The problem with fighting is the risk outweighs the reward, right? And now the problem with doing something like that, I don't know the reward outweigh the risk, because if you get caught, you could be going to jail, you could be losing your career, or you losing your name, reputation. There's a lot. I would say, let me say this. I would say I wouldn't do it because I don't trust people. Wait, you gonna pay me $100,000 if I throw this fight? What if I throw the fight? How can I guarantee that you're gonna pay me? How can I guarantee that you're not a cop? How can I guarantee that that you take the money and run away and I never see you again? I can't take this to the cop and like, oh, hey, I didn't want to shoot this guy. He owes me $100,000 because I was supposed to throw a fight and I did it and he didn't pay me. I don't trust people, man. So like, nah, I'd take that back. I won't do it. As a matter of fact, when you start talking, I'll probably hang up. When you start texting me, I'll probably delete it. And I'm like, nah, you pay me $100,000. That's fishy. I don't trust people like that. So nah. What I would say about that too is these betting, right? Like I think what happens a lot though, more than anything, is if someone gets injured. And I'm not gonna throw the fight, but someone in my gym knows that I'm injured. And then he's making a bet against me because he's like, man, I saw him, he's limping. He's still gonna take the fight because he needs the money, but I just don't see him beating that guy. And then side bets are being made without my even knowledge or them giving me a cut of it. And then because they got inside information, and now they're making a lot of money and making me look bad because the lines got moved or whatever, this betting thing, odds and all those things start to happen. I think that happens a lot. Because I'd be thinking about that. I'd be like, wait, I know he's injured, but he's still going to fight? Okay. All right. And then you got to think about other people thinking like, how the hell he's going to fight this dude who's undefeated or some crazy record, and he's like, can barely walk. He can't throw a punch. His back hurts. His neck is hurt. Like you start thinking like the odds of him winning, especially if he's the favorite. So maybe I do put a little change, a little risk on the other guy. And then I pass that word to another friend, and then people start putting big money on it. Then you realize, things start looking a little odd. And then he does get blown out the water because one, he's fighting injured, and then it's making him look bad. I think that's a possibility that could have happened. Me to trying to give Isaac the benefit of the doubt. But here's what I tell people, right? Like people are like, well, if you pay fighters more money, then we can stop this from happening. Listen, fighters, we know how much we make, right? Like fighters know how much they make. If that money that the UFC is going to pay is not enough, okay, then maybe you shouldn't be fighting. But maybe you do something like you promote yourself, you get sponsorships, you market it, you build a brand, you start a business, you invest in an SP 500, you get real estate, like I said, you start a business. That's what I did. When I was fighting, I knew my career wasn't gonna last forever, so I started my Victory MMA business. And now I'm making more money from that than I ever would have made from fighting, right? So I don't give guys an excuse because they get paid so low. Like I got a guy right now that fights for me. He's an electrician, okay? He fights this Sunday. And he made good money being an electrician, okay? But he focused on that while he's building his MMA career. My son, like I said, he still works at Huberger Subaru. He's a service advisor. He makes good money there. That's a great company to give him benefits, give him time off, all those things. But he used that because he understands that, this fighting game, he's fighting maybe 2-3 times a year, making $20,000 if you win, whatever the case may be. It's not enough to make a really good living. So he needs a way to solidify that until he can start making that Conor McGregor money, if that even ever happens. So So I don't use that for excuse. You get in this game, you know what you're getting paid. It's all over. There's no secret to it. And if the money is not what you like, especially if you lose, so you gotta understand what happens if you lose, and then also if you win. If the money is not what you like, then do something else or add to it. Build a brand. Start investing your money. Start going to school and maybe get a second trade or something that can help supplement what you're doing until you could get that Conor McGregor money. So that's just my thought process, man. That's my honest opinion, man. I wish everybody the best, and hopefully we can move on from this, because this is killing my timeline. All right, hard work, dedication.